Okay, let's look at question 21. Desmond took 2 hours and 30 minutes to complete his school project. He completed his project at 11:23 a.m. What time did he start on his project? Express your answer in 24-hour clock. So we know that he took 2 hours and 30 minutes to complete it. He completed it at 11:23 a.m. We need to find what time he started. So we will need a timeline. So this will be my starting point. And it's going to be all the way for 2 hours, 30 minutes, ending it here. We know that this whole thing is going to be 2 hours and 30 minutes. This is what we know. And he has to complete it at 11:23 a.m. Okay, so we need to find the starting point. Let's do this. 2 hours, 30 minutes. So what is 2 hours before this? 2 hours before this would be, okay, 1 hour before that would be 10:23. 2 hours would be 9:23 a.m. Okay, so done with the 2 hours, we're moving on to the 30 minutes. Okay, let's look at this. 23 minutes before that. 23 minutes before that would be what time? 9 a.m. Okay, sorry about this. 9 a.m. right? Sorry, let me just show. So this is 9 a.m. Okay, we have 30 minutes and I have already done 23 minutes. 30 take away 23 is I have 7 more minutes. What is 7 minutes before 9 a.m.? That is 8:53 a.m. I need to put this in the 24-hour clock. So giving my answer as 0853. Okay, let's move on. Question 22. In the figure below, not drawn to scale, ABCD is a square such that AX equals to XB. What fraction of the figure is shaded? Okay, I think it's quite obvious. We can see that the the shaded part is actually a triangle. And we know that area, the formula for area of triangle is equals to half times base times height. Okay, we know half will remain as half. Let's find base and let's find height. Okay, this is the information given to us. ABCD is actually a square, so which means all the sides are the same. AX is equals to XB, so that means these two sides are the same length. Okay, let me change color for the pen so you can see better. Okay, so I'm going to take this as this. I can say that AX is, if I say that AX is 1 unit, AX is 1 unit, that means XB is also 1 unit because they are the same, am I right? Which also can tell me that AB, this whole thing, is actually 2 units, which means TC here is actually 2 units. Same as here, also 2 units, which is also, this is also 2 units. Following so far? That means also, that means this is also 2 units. Following? Okay. Now let's so we know that we have all this information now. Let's focus on the area of the triangle first. Okay, let me change back. Let me change another color for the triangle. Let me use blue for this. Okay, so what is the base? Where can we find where is the base? If this is my triangle, I can see that this is actually my base. Do you agree with me? And if this is my base, and it's 2 units, so I'm going to put 2 here. And where's my height? Height is whatever that is perpendicular, right? Okay, so this would be my height. And what is height? 1 unit. Correct? So I have this. So what is half times 2? 1. Okay, 1 times 1 is actually equals to 1. So I know that this is my Okay, whatever this units is. So this is the area of the triangle. I have found the area of the shaded part. Let's find the area of the entire figure using the units. Okay, so which means the entire figure is actually area of a square. Am I right? Square means it's this length and this length, which is actually 2 times 2 equals to 4 square units. Following? Now, so I want to find out what is the fraction of the figure that is shaded. Okay, so the shaded part is actually 1 unit out of the total area, which is 4. Giving my answer as 1 out of 4. Okay, let's move on. Question 23. Triangle FGH is an equilateral triangle. Angle EFG is 65 degrees. Find angle Z. Okay, so this is quite clear cut. So we have here equilateral triangle, and we know that this area here is 65 degrees, and we need to find this. Okay, first of all, to find this, I need to find this. What is this? Quite straightforward. Since this is an equilateral triangle, we know that all the angles are the same. So angles in the triangle total up to 180 degrees. There are 3 angles, divided by 3. Straight away, I know that is 60 degrees. So this is 60 degrees. I need to find Z. Okay, so what are these angles at the point, which is actually 360 degrees. So I need to get 360 degrees, this whole thing here, take away this part here, which is 65 degrees, and then take away this part here, minus 60 degrees. Okay, and I'll get my Z. If you work this out, you should be able to get 235 degrees. 235 degrees. This is quite straightforward. Okay, let's move on. Okay, question 24. What is the maximum number of 1 centimeter cubes that can fit into the rectangular container below? Okay, so this is quite straightforward. We already know that this is 1 cm cubes. Nothing complicated, so 1 cm. So how many can fit in this part here? 25 centimeters, so 1 centimeter cubes. How many 1 centimeter cubes can fit in here? 25. How many here? 10. How many here? 7. So all we need to do is we find 25 and then the volume of this whole thing. So 25 times 10 times 7. You work it out, you should get 1750. So you get 1750 cubes can fit in here. Okay, moving along. Question 25. The usual price of a toy car was $40. Andy bought it at a discount of 20%. How much did he pay for it? So we know usual price is $40. He bought it at a discount 20%. I need to know how much he paid for it. 2 ways of doing this. First way is, since we know that if there's a 20% discount, he only had to pay how much for it? How many percent? Oops, sorry, not. How much did he have to pay? Just 80%, right? So what is 80% of $40? It is 80 over 100 times 40. Cancel 8 times 4, I get 32. Giving my answer as 32. That's one way of doing it. Another way is you can find how much is the discount first. So it's 20% of $40, which is actually 20 over 100 times 40. So the discount is actually $8. So since he had that discount of $8, so 40 took away 8 is 32. Okay, let's move on. Question 26. The figure below is made up of a square and an equilateral triangle. Find the perimeter of the figure. So we know this is a square, okay, and then equilateral triangle. So we know that this length is actually the same as this length and this length. Since I know this is 14, this is also 14. Alright, and I know this is also 14. And since this is also 14 and this is a square, all the sides are equal. So this is 14, this is also with 14. 14 as well, and this will be 14 as well. So you can take 14 plus 14 plus 14 plus 14 plus 14, or you can take 14 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and you should get 70. Okay, let's move on to question 27. 27. A cake is cut into 8 equal pieces. When the same cake is cut into 6 equal pieces, each piece will be 50 grams heavier. How heavy is the cake? Oh, sorry. Okay, the cake is cut into 8 equal pieces. And however, this time around, if you cut it into 6 equal pieces, each piece will be 50 grams heavier. So how heavy is the cake? So we know that if it's 6 pieces, each piece will be 50 grams heavier. So if it's 6 pieces, that means the entire cake would be 50 times 6, 300 grams heavier if there are only 6 equal parts. So where did this 300 grams come from? From those 2 pieces here. Alright, because 8 take away 6 equals to 2. Okay, let me just do this slowly. At first, it's cut into 8 pieces. Okay, but if we want to cut it into 6 pieces, each piece will be 50 grams heavier. Since one piece is 50 grams heavier, we find 6 pieces, which is actually 50 times 6 is 300. So if 6 pieces, we know that it is 300 grams heavier. And where did this extra 300 grams come from? From the extra 2 pieces that we did not cut. So if it's cut into the 8 pieces here, 2 pieces is 300 grams. One piece would be 300 grams divided by 2 equals to 150 grams. 8 pieces would be 150 grams times 8. We should be able to get, okay, let's work this out. 150 times 8, 0. 5 times 8, 14. 1 times 8, 8 plus 4, 12. So it should be 1200 grams. The whole cake should be 1200 grams. Okay, let's move on.